What up, guys? It's MZ Fitness. I'm going to be talking about fat loss. A lot of people have questions about fat loss. When I started working out, I had a lot of questions about fat loss. There's two main questions: fat loss or gaining weight, right? Because people are always on that side. They're just like, I want to gain weight. You're too skinny. I want to gain weight. You might be cut and you just want to gain weight, right? And become huge and cut. And then there's some people on the other side that want to lose weight, but they don't want to. They want to gain muscle at the same time. I think that was a problem for me. I was 28% body fat, 28% body fat. So I was obese, and I was around 14, 15 years old. And I was 5'5". I was weighing at 161, 162 at points. No shoes, no sweater. It was just a shirt and no extra weight, basically, right? 161, 162. And I was obese, right? I was wearing baggy clothes, so no one could really notice, but I was basically obese that time. But it wasn't for that long because I always went to the gym. I dropped like maybe 5 pounds. I dropped like 2 to 5 pounds, and then I just stopped going to the gym because I'm like, yo, I'm 155, whatever, right? But then at a point, I realized that like I gotta start like changing, and I also play sports. I played football that time, and it wasn't really that much bulk. It was like fat, right? And I played linebacker. I was still fast. I'm a pretty fast kid, but like I was pretty big too, right? And I'm just like, oh, I want to get faster, and the only way to get faster is get lighter, right? And gain more muscle. You'll become heavier. Muscle does weigh more than fat, but I had too much fat on. Even if I gained more muscle, I wouldn't look nice, right? Because I was short too. And right now I'm 5'7". I'm currently 15 years old. I'm basically 16, right? In a month, it's my birthday. And I'm 13 to 15% body fat right now, in between there. So like 14% body fat. And I feel great. And I have gained a lot of muscle when I've been working out. And lost a lot of fat, guys. I'm weighing out 142 now, and my body percentage fat has dropped a lot, right? And all I did first when I started working out, I just did crunches. I just did ab workouts, right? So I'm just like, I gotta lose this stomach fat, but you can't. I found out later on, like maybe a week or two after, because I used to just go to the gym, just lift up weights, just go like this. I never knew anything. I never had a schedule. And second of all, you gotta have a schedule. When you have a schedule, there's signs put behind it. And when there's science put behind it, when you're working opposite sides of your body, there's muscle confusion involved in it. Muscle confusion is what, like one day you're maybe doing 2 to 5 reps of heavy weight, and then the next week you're maybe doing 16 to 20 reps, and then at a point I was even doing 21 to 30 reps, right? But then that's lightweight, and that's when you're cutting, and you gotta work 2 body parts a day when you're cutting too, when you want to lose weight, because you're gonna be sweating more. And then throughout what I like to do myself, like imagine I'm doing chest. I'm bench pressing, right? After I'm done bench pressing, I go run. I go run for about a minute. And that's when I'm bench pressing, my heart's beating fast at the same time, right? And then when my heart's beating fast, as soon as I'm done bench pressing, my 3 to 4 sets, I'm done bench pressing. And if I've done my max or maybe low weights and high reps, right? I just want to sweat as much as I can. And I wear a sweater as well. Wear a sweater, guys. And wear clothing. Some people wrap garbage bags around them. I've seen that around my gym. I don't know. I've never done that. I just wear sweaters, and I sweat a lot, and a hat. And I just go run the treadmill. I don't do the treadmill all the time. I used to do that. I used to just do treadmill, right? But don't do that. You want to work out. Like, you want to work out parts of your body. So like chest press, and then when you're doing chest press, you might go work out on abs for a minute. And then after that, when you're doing decline, right? After you're done your decline sets, go run on the treadmill for a minute. And then you're doing incline. Finish your sets of incline, whatever you have, whatever reps, whatever sets you want to do. And then maybe go skipping. Skipping helps a lot too, guys. And you guys shouldn't just go on the treadmill for 30 minutes straight, because you lose a lot of calories at the same time, but your body might go into starvation mode. You might not be taking enough calories. So third of all, dieting. Oh no, I said dieting first of all. So third of all is like you gotta count your macros. So when you count your macros, it'll be like you're gonna have a certain amount of fats, carbs, calories just taking into your body, so that you don't go into starvation mode, or you don't max it out. Like you don't take your daily calories, fats or whatever, and you don't go too low that you go into starvation mode, because when you go into starvation mode, your like your stomach, like it'll be like your fat, it'll be eating off your fat basically, right? That's what it usually does when you're hungry. But if you don't have enough calories, you'll be eating off your muscle, and then you'll be losing all your gains, which you don't want, right? And you gotta have a plan, like I said, because there's science put behind it, and always be consistent. Go every day, have a break in a week, once a week, and go every day. You have to be consistent. And I have a friend that was over recently, and I asked him to bring this. Yeah, whenever he has competition coming up, he tries to get as low as body percentage fat as he has, and he takes Ripped Freak. This is a hybrid fat burner. I took this once, like you take it when you wake up in the morning, and I don't know, I don't like it. You guys can take it, but you'll take huge shit after, apparently. That's what he said. I don't know, I don't really take this. But he told me he drops around 20 pounds. I don't know how long. I never asked him that much questions, but he's like it helps him. So if you guys want, you gotta take it. But he said you gotta be consistent, right? When you start taking pills, you gotta be consistent, right? And then you can also take fish oil, get that good fat in you, but it's not that much fat. So like take 3 pills a day. I think that's what I do. And you gotta be having like good stuff. Like you can't be, just take out carbs out of your dieting. Just take out carbs, no carbs, okay? And when you have no carbs, because you'll have fat, but I think it's easier to burn fat, and I was even told it's easier to burn fat than burning carbs. Just take out carbs, so you don't want any carbs. Guys, I forgot to put this out, so dieting. So make sure you guys keep your diet clean if you want. So like don't have a cheat meal for about a week, and then maybe the next week have a cheat day or a meal if you want. Depends how you're feeling. And then when you get to have that cheat meal, water will be like around your body. So like your body will have more water in it, so you might look a little fatter. So don't get discouraged by that. The next day or 2 days after you wake up, you'll be back to normal. It won't make that much of a difference. But just don't and make sure you're still counting your macros, but just try to have like a cheat meal that day, like maybe something fried. I don't know, it depends on what you like. But for me, I do have a cheat meal, not a cheat day. Some people do have cheat days. I'm not there yet. I'm gonna get there after when I start bulking. But right now I'm still cutting. I have another cycle left, and I'll be putting up a huge transformation video from 28% body fat to around, I'm trying to drop down to 10-11. So tune in, and that'll be up within 45 days, like 50 days. So like around a month to 2, around maybe November, and mid-November. It's going to be a huge transformation video. So yeah, thanks for tuning in.